The most challenging part? Many lawyers feel guilty for being unfulfilled. After all, they've made it. They have the career they worked so hard for. They're successful. But success without fulfillment isn't really success at all. And that's one of the reasons so many lawyers feel burned out or disconnected. When your work no longer aligns with your values, it takes a toll on you. Chronic stress, burnout, and emotional detachment are common when you're not practicing in an area that you care about.
Welcome to the Free Lawyer Podcast. I'm your host, Gary Miles.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. So let me ask you this. Do you ever wonder why you became a lawyer in the first place? Maybe it's to make a difference, help people, or fight for justice. But now, does it ever feel like the daily grind of billable hours, endless paperwork, and client conflicts have buried that passion? If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or unfulfilled in your practice, trust me, you are not alone. The good news, it doesn't have to be this way. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you will discover exactly how to reignite your passion for law and create a career that truly fulfills you. Hi, I'm Gary Miles. For over 4 decades, I've been in the trenches of legal practice. I've managed a successful law firm, been a trial lawyer, wrote a book called Breaking Free, and now I help lawyers just like you rediscover their passion for law. I am passionate about helping lawyers find joy and fulfillment in their legal careers. I've been where you are, working long hours, facing constant stress, and wondering, is it possible? Is it possible to find real satisfaction in law? That's why I started coaching, to help lawyers like you break free from feeling stuck and overwhelmed. Here's what one of my clients, Sarah Kaplan-Kodorowski, had to say. Gary has a gift of being able to bring out the best in you as an attorney. He offers not just business expertise, but understands what makes lawyers truly successful. I'm going to walk you through how you can reconnect with that purpose that led you to practice law in the first place. We'll discuss why so many lawyers feel disconnected, how to realign your practice with your values, and what steps you can take today to reignite your passion for the law. In today's episode, you'll discover why so many lawyers lose their sense of purpose, the hidden costs of staying in an unfulfilling practice, 3 practical steps to reignite your passion for law, and how to align your practice with your true calling. If this resonates with you and you'd like to explore how I can help and serve you, feel free to schedule a complimentary coaching call. There's no pressure. It's just a chance to see how you can move forward in your career. So do this for me. Think back to when you first decided to become a lawyer. Was it about the money or the prestige? Probably not. Most lawyers I work with entered this profession to make a difference, to help others, to fight for justice, to help the community, to solve meaningful problems. Let me paint a picture of what I hear from lawyers about their initial dreams. They wanted to be advocates for those who couldn't speak for themselves. They imagined standing in courtrooms, giving voice to the voiceless. They dreamed of helping families navigate complex legal challenges. Or maybe they wanted to shape policy and create lasting social change. Remember those late nights in law school? The excitement of learning about precedent-setting cases? The passionate discussions about justice and equity? That wasn't just an academic exercise. It was the foundation of a noble calling. But somewhere along the line, something changed, didn't it? And understanding that change is crucial to reclaiming your passion for the law. Let me share my personal story. For 3 decades, I was successful by every external measure. But inside, I felt increasingly disconnected. Each case felt like a carbon copy of the last. My clients protected by insurance, weren't truly impacted by the outcome of the case. I wasn't making the difference in lives that I had dreamed of. Here's what happens to many lawyers, and maybe you're experiencing this right now. The pressure of billable hours starts to overshadow everything else. Client demands become increasingly overwhelming. Administrative tasks eat up more and more of your time, and cases start to feel repetitive and uninspiring. And the work-life balance you dreamed of seems impossible. And here's where the disconnect happens. You went in with a passion for justice, but you're stuck in a practice that does not align with your values. The contrast between what you imagined and what you're experiencing can be stark. I've coached so many lawyers who tell me, Gary, I'm so successful on paper, but I feel empty inside. Or I can't remember the last time I felt excited about a case. Or I'm making good money, but I've lost my sense of purpose. The most challenging part, many lawyers feel guilty for being unfulfilled. After all, they've made it. They have the career they worked so hard for. They're successful, but success without fulfillment isn't really success at all. And that's one of the reasons so many lawyers feel burned out or disconnected. When your work no longer aligns with your values, it takes a toll on you. Chronic stress, burnout, and emotional detachment are common when you're not practicing in an area that you care about. But here's the thing, you don't have to stay stuck. If this resonates with you, I want to help. Click the link in the description to schedule a complimentary coaching call with me. Let's discuss how you can start transforming your practice today. So here's what changed everything for me. I made a conscious decision to redirect my practice. I transitioned to family law, where I could truly impact people's lives during their most challenging moments. The transformation was not just professional, it was personal. I've developed a comprehensive transformation framework that has helped other lawyers find their path to fulfillment. Let me share the key steps that help you make this shift. The first is honest self-assessment. Start by asking yourself crucial questions such as these. What aspects of your current practice make you lose track of time? What cases give you the deepest sense of purpose? When do you feel most alive in your practice? What impact do you want to have on your clients' lives? What values are not non-negotiable for you? What issues are you passionate about solving? Does your current practice align with your values? And what's holding you back from making changes? Step 2 is strategic exploration. If your current practice doesn't inspire you, consider exploring other areas of law. Too often lawyers remain in a practice area they chose early in their career simply because it feels safe or familiar. But staying in a role that drains you can lead to long-term dissatisfaction and even burnout. This isn't about making radical changes overnight. It's about thoughtful exploration. So how do you do this? Well, you could shadow colleagues in different practice areas. You could take on pro bono cases in fields that interest you. One of the best ways to learn about a new practice area is through pro bono or volunteer opportunities. You'll not only get on hands-on experience, but you'll see if that area of law excites you. You could attend COEs in potential new practice areas. COE courses can give you a glimpse into new fields and help you decide whether you want to pursue them further. And you'll meet professionals already working in those areas who can offer guidance. Network with lawyers who love their work. If you're interested in a specific practice area, reach out to colleagues or mentors already in that field. Ask them about their work. What do they enjoy about it? And what challenges do they face? Sometimes hearing real life experiences can give you clarity. Or you can ease into a new practice area gradually. You don't need to make a drastic change overnight. Start by taking on a few cases in the new area alongside your current work. That way you can gain experience without the pressure of an immediate total transition. And 3, after you've assess your values honestly and explore other alternatives, then take control of your career. One of the most empowering realizations is that you are truly in control of your legal career. It's easy to feel trapped by firm expectations, billable hour targets, or the pressure to meet client demands. But remember, you're not just a cog in a machine. You have the power to shape your career into something that brings you joy and fulfillment. So first, shift your focus to clients and causes you care about. Who do you want to serve? Is there a specific client base or cause or matter that excites you? By intentionally choosing the clients you want to work with and focusing on the issues you are passionate about, you can create a practice that feels purposeful. If you love working with small businesses, tailor your practice to serve entrepreneurs and startups. 2, set boundaries to protect your well-being. Taking control of your career is not just about what kind of work you do. It's also about how you do it. So many lawyers feel overwhelmed because they don't set clear boundaries with clients and colleagues. Here's the truth. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's essential. When you protect your time and your mental health, you will perform better, serve your clients better, and feel more fulfilled. So what are some examples of healthy boundaries? Setting limits on when you respond to emails or take calls. Communicating realistic expectations to your partner or to your clients for turnaround times. And carving out time for self-care, hobbies, and your family. 3, consider starting your own practice. If you feel stifled by the constraints of working a large firm or under someone else's leadership, it might be time to consider starting your own practice. Running your own practice gives you the freedom to focus on the areas of law you love, serve the clients you care about, and create a work environment that aligns with your values. Starting the practice can feel daunting and scary, but remember, you don't have to do it alone. Seek out mentors and take it one step at a time. I've helped a number of lawyers open and start their own firm, and they love it. Many lawyers find once they take control by starting their practice, they experience a renewed sense of excitement and purpose in their work. And finally, take purposeful action. This is where transformation begins. Start small. Take one case in your desired practice area. Build relationships in your new field. Gradually transition your caseload and create a timeline for your transformation. So you are in charge of your career, whether it's shifting practice areas, seeking mentorship, or even starting your own firm. It's up to you to create the change that you want. I've seen this time and time again. The key is to make intentional, strategic moves towards what fulfills you. The fulfillment you're seeking is possible. I've seen many lawyers transform their practices and rediscover their passion for law. Let me show you what that could look like for you. Imagine this, waking up excited about your cases, making a tangible difference in your clients' lives, having the flexibility to choose work that matters to you, building a practice that aligns with your values, finding time for both professional success and personal life. Here's what real transformation looks like. Instead of dreading Monday mornings, you're energized about the week ahead. Rather than feeling trapped by billable hours, you're motivated to achieve meaningful outcomes for your clients. And you're not just serving clients, you're making a lasting impact in their lives. What's the best part? The transformation affects everyone around you. Your clients get a lawyer who is genuinely passionate about their cases. Your family gets a happier, more fulfilled version of you. Your colleagues benefit from your renewed energy and enthusiasm. I know this is possible because I've lived it. After 30 years of feeling disconnected, I found my purpose again. And through my coaching practice, I've helped other lawyers do the same. The key is taking that first step. You don't have to figure this out alone. That's why I'm here to help guide you on this journey. So let's take a moment to recap what we've covered today. If you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or unfulfilled in your career, you're not alone. But more importantly, it doesn't have to be that way. The first step toward finding fulfillment is reconnecting with your original purpose. Think back to why you became a lawyer in the first place. You probably entered this profession with a noble goal to help others, advocate for justice, or solve some important problems. The spark that led you here hasn't disappeared, but it's just been buried beneath years of stress, billable hours, and the daily grind. The second step is to explore new possibilities. If your current practice no longer excites you, it might be time to expand your horizons. Try new practice areas, take on pro bono work, or talk to a mentor about what's possible. Remember, fulfillment never comes from staying comfortable. It comes from growing and learning and finding your niche. And finally, the most crucial step is to take control of your career. You have the power to shape your practice in a way that aligns with your values, your passions, and your goals. Whether that means setting better boundaries, choosing better clients and causes you care about, or even starting your own practice, you get to decide what fulfillment looks like for you. I want to leave you with this. I've been in your shoes. For nearly 3 decades, I practiced insurance defense. While I was successful and I was good at what I did, over time, I felt like something was missing. The work felt repetitive, and I didn't feel like I was truly making a difference in people's lives. That's when I made a conscious decision to shift into family law, where I could genuinely help individuals and families during some of the most difficult moments of their lives. It was not an easy change, but it's one of the most fulfilling decisions that I've ever made. By realigning my career with my core values, helping others, solving meaningful problems, and making a positive impact, I found joy in practicing law. And if I can do it, so can you. You don't have to stay stuck in a career that feels draining or unfulfilling. It's never too late to make a change, whether it's reflecting on your purpose, exploring new opportunities, or taking control of your practice. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. So if today's message resonates with you, I encourage you to take action. Start by asking yourself, what do I love about practicing law? What frustrates you? What would your ideal legal career look like? If you're ready to dive deeper, I would love to help you. You can schedule a complimentary coaching call with me where we'll talk about where you are, what's holding you back, and how you can create that career you love. Remember, you didn't become a lawyer by accident. You were called to this profession for a reason, and you can rediscover that passion and create a legal career that brings you fulfillment and purpose and joy. Don't give up on that dream. It's within your reach. So thanks so much for watching. If you found values in this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below to let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content on how to thrive in your legal career. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And as always, please be well, be safe, and be free.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Free Lawyer Podcast. Wherever you are listening, if you enjoyed what I shared, please leave me a rating and review. I would appreciate hearing more about what you like best and what topics you might like me to cover in future episodes. If you are interested in experiencing a more fulfilling and a more successful life, please contact me at www.garymiles.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me so I can learn more about you, your challenges, and your dreams. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks to all of you for your support.